All-Star Wrestling, another best 2 out of 3 falls tag team situation as you look up into the ring and see J.J. Jetson from Edinburgh, Scotland, and his partner Eddie the Wolverine Watts from Ann Arbor, Michigan. They've got a match against Iton and Dori Singh. This will be a tag team match, a best 2 out of 3 fall situation. Here comes Iton and Dori Singh. Best 2 out of 3 falls tag team match. Looks like we're going to start it off with Jetson and Iton. Well, maybe not. Dori Singh coming out of the ring now. The bell has gone. 15-minute time limit. Best 2 out of 3 falls. And for whatever reason, Gary Allen's trying to get them to get started here, and they won't get started until somebody goes out of the ring. Well, looks like started out as we said. Iton versus Jetson to get going here. A little strategy session. And, of course, these guys managed by Jonathan Sayers, who says that he's going to be the manager of the year. Can you imagine Jonathan Sayers as the manager of the year? What an incredible story. You're not colored. You're not colored.
What are you talking about? Of course I'm color. I'm red, black, pink. I'm every color, Ed Carl. What are you talking about?
Your orange hair, but other than that, you look kind of pale, actually.
You know something, Ed Carl? I've never been as humiliated as I was last week when that no-good woman, Susie Tanner, sucker punched me.
She sucker punched you.
You know, only one other girl.
On the face, you started to cry. Come on, I saw that.
Ed, only one other girl has ever hit me. And you know where she is right now, don't you? Up in the heavens.
Mauro, Renaldo, really? You'd have a great time beating your way out of a paper bag, literally. Pay attention to the match we got going here, Mauro. We don't need to hear about that.
I'm paying attention to this match. As you can see, this Iton, as Mr. Sayers refers to as the Baryshnikov of wrestling, doing a good number on J.J. Jetson.
That's not a bad phraseology, actually. I've watched Iton perform. I'm not really too keen on his tactics, but I got to give him credit. This guy can really put on a wrestling move.
Oh, he's very agile, and he's really quick on his feet. He knows everything there is to know about wrestling, and he puts it all to good use when he's in that ring there. And again,
a good example there, right?
Trademark move of his, that super kick.
You know, if this guy could ever get some seriously good management, he could be an incredible wrestler.
Well, you know, he has good management in Jonathan Sayers, but you're right, he could get better management in me, Mauro Renaldo. And I'd just like to remind everybody out there that, yes, indeed, even though I've been managing for just over a month, I am a nominee for Manager of the Year. And you know, Mr. Sayers is a great manager, Mr. Neil Drummond's a super manager, but there's only one truly sensational manager, and that's Mauro Renaldo.
You know, I don't know how to say this, but I do have to admit, incidentally, we do really appreciate all the mail we get here, and apparently, for whatever reason, it's true, there is a Manager of the Year contest going on. And if you want to drop us a note, I don't know whether it will be well into next year before we actually get down to settling this, but you can drop it a line to All-Star Wrestling, Post Office Box 4700, Vancouver, BC, V6B4A3. We'd love to hear from you. You can send it along to yours truly, Ed Carl, or send it to your favorite wrestler, or send it to the Manager of the Year contest, and I will keep track of the mail, and we'll see who becomes the Manager of the Year.
All the people have to do is put Mauro for manager on the envelope, and it's as easy as that.
Well, there's the first fall in this best 2 out of 3 situation.
Very easily done, too, by this Dori Singh. This guy is a terror out of India. Team have to be out here.
I don't know, but security has sent them back to the dressing room, so I think we can get back underway here with the rest of this match.
Haven't they been humiliated enough? I mean, I've never seen so much blood in all my life as I saw in that last match.
Well, I can tell you, they're pretty upset about that, and rightfully so, because the match was over long before the blood flowed. Yeah. No reason for that whatsoever. And again, looking at this Iton is really getting pretty upset in this match, and, well, Looks like we've got the A-team around here once again who are still pretty excited. Now, guys, you got to stay away from the side of the ring during this, all right? We don't want you to get into tactics like some of these other guys.
Yeah, well, maybe we should, Ed. They always seem to be there, so why shouldn't we?
Well, I'd have a hard time arguing that one with you, Prague, because certainly that's true. They're always around the side of the ring. Oh, look at Jetson. Look at that's.
See, ladies, the tactics you see.
You know what? I'm beginning to think that maybe you should be around the side of the ring. I think,
Carl, stuff like that's been going on. Me and the A-team's match, John Sayers, this Mauro, what's his name? Mauro, I don't know.
Mauro the Whip.
Mauro the Whip, he's been getting on everybody's match. And Carl, I'd like to right now apologize for my language. I'm very sorry for what I've said.
Well, I know you were pretty upset.
I am so mad right now.
Upset ain't the word.
Upset ain't even the word. What's been going on around here with All-Star, with all the managers jumping in this Mauro, as you say it, Ed, Mauro the Wimp. A guy that used to be your colleague turned his back on you. Look at that, we got a pin right now by Jetson.
Oh, he couldn't hang on to it long enough, though, but I can tell you, he sure wants this one back badly.
You see this? You see guys wrestling clean moves like this. Amateur moves, professional moves. And the only way their opponents can win is by cheating with the likes of Jonathan Sayers, Bill Tillman.
Get on, baby, cover him, cover him. Let's go, 1, 2. Close count, he almost got him.
Only a 2 count. Only a 2 count still.
See that? Look at this. A cheap shot. He shows something in there to get the guy down.
Mauro,
You don't call this wrestling, Ed, Carl.
Oh, you can probably hear all this background noise that's going on here. It's because Mauro Renaldo's been making some comments or whatever to the A-team, who, of course, are on just across the desk from me here, and it's awfully hard to keep track of what's going on with all this action in the background. But it looks like, well, at this point, it looks like the Wolverine Watts is getting in there. Wolverine Watts was trying to get the pin on, I don't know what's happened to Iton, but they've certainly slowed him down. And, of course, this is a best 2 out of 3 fall situation. These guys are trying desperately to get back in there. A flip from Watts. Oh,
a beautiful leg drop, Ed. Count, Gary, come on.
Can't hang on to it. Some of the fans are saying that Gary is accounting a little slow there, but I think he's playing it fair. He does that same pace for everybody. Now there's Iton. Getting the tag in, and here comes Dori Singh. Dori Singh from Punjab, the Punjab area of India. Wolverine Watts is really upset. He's daring them both to come out there. Well, Iton's the first one out there, lands one right in the breadbasket. And Iton now starting to take command of that as he goes over and gets the tag into Dori Singh. You have the feeling that this is just going to break loose, and I can tell you the A-team are just chomping at the bit to get into that ring.
Well, Ed, I'll tell you something. I'll do anything I can to get in the ring with that Iton.
Well, I'm sure you'll get your chance, buddy. No question about that. Oh, you can see those legs coming in from Iton.
Come on, kick out, baby, kick out.
That's it. Best 2 out of 3, and it goes to Dori Singh. Dori Singh and Iton. Quite a match. And we'll get a chance to go to ringside to have a word with them.